Black to my roots.
Glad you made it black. I'm your sister Aisha Muhammad. So glad you could join me. Today I just wanted to have a chat. Being a mother is an absolute joy. I enjoy motherhood 100%. It is something that is just such a beautiful gift. I can't even find words to adequately describe what it's like to see this little being to develop and grow, you know, gradient by gradient, just being so loving and having so much to give. It's wonderful to be a mother. Now, with that said, it's very important for us as women that once we become mothers to still have an active understanding that we are individuals, we still have our goals, we still have to be developing ourselves. Some women can get stuck in the mummy mode to the point where they just focus on the children and neglect their own dreams, and this is something that we have to try not to do. For some, it may be a dream to have children and just devote yourself totally to the children and not look at the other areas of yourself. When they see that their mother is somebody that is studying to develop themselves, you know, that is out there actively doing things for them to look up to and see, okay, well, this is how things are done. We're out front as mothers being active and achieving things in being the first teacher of our children. This actually instills something in them that's very precious, which is that, you know, it's good to have ambition, it's good to have goals, it's good to be busy, it's good to be achieving, it's good to be developing. Children watch what we do, not just what we say. So to just remember that we're multifaceted beings. We have had children, but we still have to develop and nurture and grow ourselves into the ultimate people that God will be pleased with in us exercising, you know, the God-given talents that we have and ultimately finding our purpose. Journey, there are things that you can come up against. The one that I wanted to talk about today is a mother's guilt. In having projects and things that you want to execute, you want to get done, that you're building upon, they can take up a lot of time. The role of a mother is very complex. You're obviously a mother. In my case, I'm a wife. Mothers, especially stay-home mothers or mothers that go out to work, you have to put a lot of your time into that. If you're developing a business, you have to put time into developing that business. If you are a wife, you have to put time into helping your husband achieve the things that he wants to achieve. If you're somebody who's out in the community or a part of a community, whether it's a church, a mosque, a synagogue, you know, there are duties and things that you will have and be working towards in that area as well. And all of these different things have to be balanced, and some women indeed do struggle with that. And what comes out of this in some of the conversations that I have had is a mother's guilt. The feeling that you aren't spending enough quality time or giving undivided attention to your children. If you go out there and you're working, when you come home, your energy level may be low or depleted, and there may be homework to do, or to read them a bedtime story, as well as to prepare their dinner and, you know, depending on their age, get them ready for bed and putting them to bed. And on a day-to-day, you may not feel that you are spending quality time with them or giving them enough to meet their needs. On the other hand, you may have situations where even if you're a stay-at-home mom and there's still an array of things that you're doing and therefore can end up feeling the same way. What this really presents is a struggle for balance, the struggle to ensure that you are keeping your duty to all those whom are in your life for you to ultimately serve. You serve your children, you serve your husband, you serve the community, you know, you're trying to get things done and make sure that you are exercising your duty. Nobody likes to be shortchanged, so therefore this is something that we have to learn ultimately to balance. The point of this video is to really form and get some dialogue and discussion around ways that us as mothers can get over this. Is this feeling something that is valid or is it not? Should you be feeling bad because you have to go out of the home and earn money? Maybe you're a single parent and you don't have much choice. As a mother, you can find yourself, doing things to overcompensate. Sometimes it might be letting them watch something on DVD or TV for longer than they should, or packing them off to an auntie's house or grandmother's house for a period so that you can finish that report that you're trying to do. Sometimes you might be busy at meetings, sometimes you have to take your children along with you to meetings and just juggle as a parent. And in myself having conversation with some mothers and also observing things in general, what often pops up in the conversation is the feeling of guilt, a mother's guilt that you're not spending as much quality time, or the fact that you're not giving your undivided attention to your children. My viewpoint as a mother is that the sky is the limit. You could have one child or 10 children. At the end of the day, if you are aligning yourself with your purpose, if you have goals in life that you want to achieve, you have to work hard and with prayer to be able to reach those goals. Get down on your prayer mat, you make your prayer, but then you get up and you make happen what you can take control of and you do it, and you leave the rest to God. I don't think that you should have to put down your ambitions because you've become a mother. For me, becoming a mother is a part of my ambitions in this life, but one must fulfill their purpose. Mother's guilt. Is it something that mothers should really feel? Is it a case where we just have to be more organized in how we plan what we do, or to make greater sacrifices, working through the night to get that report done? Or is this something that is really valid? And I myself don't have all of the answers, but what I would suggest, always keeping the children entertained, be able to multitask, not leaving them without things to occupy their time. This is really important because it's when children can see and feel that you don't have the time for them, that's when you'll find that you'll have behavior issues, whereby they will do things to draw your attention to them because that ultimately is what they want. So I will put forward that you have to really learn the art of multitasking and also be extremely organized. There are some times whereby you will have to be up in the early hours of the morning to do some of the things that you have to do so that you have more time for them in the daytime. And that's if you're a stay-at-home mom. And if you're a mom that goes out and who is working and then comes home, you may have to employ certain services if you can afford to, a cleaner for instance, because then some of your time can be freed up where you can be doing activities with the children, because the amount of time that it may take you on a weekly basis to do that, somebody else is going to be taking care of that. The same thing when it comes to other menial tasks like laundry and such. Like, if you can outsource these tasks, it will free up your time to spend more time with the children and to help with the work balance for other projects and things that you're trying to do. I really feel that I'm going to probably make another video on it, but I really feel that in general society doesn't appreciate the role of mother and doesn't really appreciate all that it entails, and in being a stay-at-home mom, I think that is a worse perception sometimes that people have. People think that you have more time on your hands and almost sometimes think that you're not doing very much because you're at home, and home means you're not doing very much. But it's also my office. My office is within my home, and that is where I work from. So it's not to say that the workload of a stay-at-home mom in comparison to the mom that goes out to work is lighter. It's definitely not that very busy in being a stay-at-home mom. So I think that's a bit of a myth. What works for you? What would you suggest? What advice would you give to mothers who feel this way? Please follow me on my social media networks. I'm on Instagram, which is at Blacktomyroots, Twitter at Blacktomyroots, and also on Facebook. The link is in the description box below. And I thank all of my new subscribers and those of you that have taken the time to do the poll to help me schedule the videos that I'm going to be doing for the next quarter. In fact, with so many of the responses already, I probably have enough content for the rest of the year. So I thank you so much. By the way, and the earrings that I'm wearing in this video, I actually made myself. If you check out my Instagram account at Blacktomyroots, you'll be able to see a picture of how I made them. Tell me what you think. If you like them, give this video a thumbs up. I want to give a shout out to my sister Halima Muhammad. She has her own YouTube channel. The link is in the description box below. Check it out. And I want to give a shout out to Sister Michelle. Thank you so much for taking part in the questionnaire. There are many more, and as I go through my videos, I will give as many of you as I can a shout out. So please, everybody, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Also like my Facebook page. I'm so happy to be creating an online community where we can come together, each one teach one. This is the goal of my channel, to uplift us as Black women so that we can be ultimately our best, to help each other and grow. So I thank you so much for your support thus far. I'm having so much fun. Please comment, like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Stay connected to the roots. I thank you so much for I thank you so much for supporting my channel. Glad you made it black.